Hi guys. Well, today I'm going to do a short fitting video of a new part to put onto the bike. If you've seen my other videos, I've taken time to really consider what's necessary rather than what is just nice to put on. And some of the parts I've already fitted which offer protection to the bike, such as the Barkbuster handguards, the Rally Raid soft luggage racks, the Rally Raid engine guard. They have already proved themselves when I've actually come off the bike on trails. So far I'm keeping it as minimum as possible with adding things to the bike. I don't want to unnecessarily add weight to the bike unless I really feel I need to. And there's some areas of the bike that I think have got weakness when it comes to a potential fall and damage. One of them is the gear lever, the foot gear lever, and that's something I'm giving some consideration to as to how I get around that, because there's no replacement part for that, but I believe that I can find something that then can be bodged into making a new gear change lever. So that's one vulnerable part, and that's I think that's a very vulnerable part. But I can't get around that at the moment because I need to think about it and do a bit more research. The other bit that I think is vulnerable is the rear brake reservoir container, and the position it's mounted is tucked into the fairing and the within the bike. But as I found with a fall that I had on the trail ride for Salter Fell, it didn't bother that, but if an appropriate rock had been there in that position where it fell, it could well have damaged that, broken it, and that would have been a little bit catastrophic for carrying on the journey. So I managed to find a protection cover which I felt was suitable at a suitable price, and got this off eBay for £15. So it's aluminium alloy, very light, and everything seems to be cut quite nicely. There is one slight lack of paint right in the corner of the X, but that doesn't bother me for what I paid for it, and you can't really see it, it's just me looking in detail. I'm reasonably happy with that for now. I mean, again, with anything I fit, time will tell. So this is just one of those very reasonably priced, pretty cheap actually, bits of protection that will at least offer a degree of protection to that rear brake reservoir. Other things that I've fitted, in addition to the parts I've mentioned, is the R&G engine guards, which is the polycarbonate covers on either side, which you'll have potentially seen the video for that. But that offers a degree of protection to the covers without having to put unnecessarily extra bars onto it. And I don't really want to add the weight, I just want to do it with as reasonable a weight increase as possible. So those covers on either side are what's used in race bikes if the bikes go skidding down the tarmac. So they are designed to a high level of protection. No doubt they're destroyed in that process, but so far, and I haven't had a fall with them on, I'm very happy with the way that they're fitted. But if you look at the fitting video for that, you'll see a little bit more close up. So today going to be a short fitting video. To be honest, I know it's pretty easy to fit, but I'll show it anyway. Anybody that's never fitted one before or doesn't necessarily have the confidence, I'll show you how easy it is to fit, and then if you lack confidence, just get on and have a go. It's a good one to start with because it's just one bolt. Not a critical bolt either. It's not an engine bolt. Anyway, I'm going to fit that, and shouldn't take long. So this is the rear brake fluid reservoir, and that's what we're going to put the cover over to protect it, and that's the bolt that we're going to take out to bolt the part 2. So not so sure whether there's a bolt behind it or it's just bolting into captive bolt or into the framework. So that's pretty straightforward. It actually bolts into a screw thread that's within the body of the brake reservoir. So just going to first offer this up to see where it's going to fit and how best it's going to fit. Yeah, so so really the only way it'll fit is over the top of the bracket here. If you try and fit it behind, it's not leaving the correct spacing for the hole. So that fits over the top. We've got the original bolt and little, it's a flanged bolt actually, and I've got some lock thread on that, and I'll just line it up. Oops. Okay, so just a case of tightening that up now. You're going to need an open-ended spanner just to finish off, because you just can't get the once it tightens in, you really can't get your socket in between the bolt and the bracket. And that's the job done. I've got to say, the bracket, the protection bracket, fits perfectly. Just got to really, you got to just finish off the bolt with a open-ended spanner rather than socket, but that's no hardship. And you can still see through the X, which is pretty good. I think this is designed for the designed for the CB500X. Specifically, I think it said 2019-20, but you can still see the reservoir. It's going to offer some protection to it in the event of a rock hitting it if it falls, and that's it. So pretty easy really. The most fiddly bit is actually relocating the bolt into the thread, which is a captive bolt on the actual reservoir itself. But other than that, that's just one of those little finicky things that you've just got to do. Other than that, that's another protection bit done, and I'm pleased with that.